Welcome to At the Stove with Nikki and Keita. Today we will be doing taking tomatoes and actually chopping them up and putting them in a Ziploc bag and freezing it. Okay, so I got these tomatoes from Mr. Bill, which is my neighbor, and he got them from his garden, and he always bring them to me every year, and I promise you they are the best tomatoes. But sometimes he give me, as you can see, a lot, and at the time I don't need them. So I said, what can I do with them? I can preserve them and freeze them in a bag, chop them up, and then they'll last usually around about 6 to 7 months. Okay. Alright, so first of all, what I did, I washed these tomatoes, and believe me, fresh organic tomatoes from the garden are the best, okay? They seem to me to be the sweetest. The first thing I'm going to do is take out the top of the tomato, okay? And any bad spots that you see on the tomato, take it off, okay? And I usually just take the bottom part off of mine. Cut it in half. And I chop them into fours. And then I hold it together like so. And I just cut them. Some people don't do theirs whole, but I do mine like this. So if I want to make a chili in the winter, if I want to make a spaghetti sauce, half of the job is already done for me, and I can put it in my blender and finish however I want to make my sauce, okay? So I'm going to put it in here like this. And you'll just do this to every tomato that you have. Oh, it smells so sweet. This reminds me of my grandmother's garden, and my grandmother always had a garden, and her tomatoes, sometimes me and my sister would go outside, and we would take some salt and pepper, and we would just eat it right off of the vine. Okay, the same thing here. You're going to cut out the top part. And then another way we used to do is take them in the house, wash them off, chop them up in a salad, or sometimes we'll take and put salt, pepper, and white vinegar with a little bit of chopped onions. That is always a fave at my grandma's house, because you know all of her stuff was always fresh from the garden. Okay, I'll just take it. Put them in here like this. I hope everyone is having an awesome day today, because I definitely am. It's hot outside, but hey, it's another day that God blessed me to be above ground. So a little heat shouldn't be too bad, even though we have to stay in here because it's totally too hot outside today. And as you can see, this is how it's going to look, okay? So I would basically fill this bag up with all of these tomatoes. Look how big this tomato is. You see how big that is? You can make chili with this. There's so many different dishes you can do with it. Lasagna. And you know, all fresh organic vegetables and fruits is always better.
And why is it important to cut them up and dice them up like this?
Well, it's not important actually, because it's really by choice. Some people leave them whole. Well, I choose to dice them up like this because I can use it in my lasagna or spaghetti or chili. So it makes it easier for me, especially if I'm going to use my blender to let it puree down more. Okay. And so I'm just showing you an example of, this is just a quick video of what I would do, what I do to preserve my tomatoes.
Is it important for them to label their bags, or? or no?
Yes, it is important. I was just about to get to that. It is important to label the bags. And so I dated it for, I put these in the freezer today, which is July 31st of this year, 2021. And it'll last around about 6 months, okay? So then that'll give you an idea of saying, okay, well, I put these in the bag on this day. So I got this amount of time to put it in there. Or you can put the date that you put them in there, and then when you can take them out. It's all on your preference. But I do it a simple way and just say, okay, I done this today, and 6 months from now, if I want to preserve that flavor where it's still fresh, you got to do it at least 6 months so it can still taste fresh. That's just my ideal of it, okay? Just my opinion of how it tastes. You just take them all and put them in here like that. Because I promise you, you can go to, now don't get me wrong, you can go to the store and get tomatoes as well. But it's just, to me, I grew up on a farm, so it tastes totally different. And when you get that sweet taste, when you was raised on the farm, you never forget that scent. You never forget it, okay? So I can tell the difference when something is organic and when it's not. This is definitely fresh. And I definitely thank Mr. Bill for always bringing us fresh fruits and vegetables. And this is the way I do it. And of course I would fill it, I probably fill it up to right here, okay? And this is basically how it would be, okay? And when you finish, you would make sure you slide it across. Or if you have the cheaper ones where you press it, make sure you press it all the way through so it won't get frostbite on it, okay? And I was leaving a little bit of room left, about 1 inch. So when it freezes, if it expands, then it can fully expand out, okay? And once again, I said 6 months, at least 6 months if you still want that flavor in your tomatoes, okay? So I thank you so much for watching today. This was just a quick video to show you how to preserve your tomatoes. I thank you for our subscribers. I thank you for our viewers. And please click that notification bell. And please, we need more and more subscribers to click that button to subscribe to our channel. We thank you so much for the love, and you have a blessed day.